All right. Okay, welcome back, my NextGen family. Today we will be going through this paper, October-November 2023, paper 4-3. Okay, you all know when's your exam, right? Okay, for this one. For those math students, just a reminder, paper 4 and your math is on the same day. Okay, not so fun that day. All right, so get enough rest the day before. You don't get enough rest for your paper 4. I can predict that you all will be very tired to solve the problems. Okay, so don't do last minute studying. Just get enough rest the day before. Okay, this is a 130 marks paper, 2.5 hours, and whatever that you all need to do, okay, things like write it to 3 significant figure, 1 decimal place for angles, and also use pencil. Okay, later on there's a drawing one, right? For the transformation, please use pencil. Okay, question 1. Table shows the amount received when exchanging $100 in some countries. So this one is a money conversion. Brad changes $250 to Indian rupees. Calculate the amount he receives correct to the nearest rupee. So rupee is $100 is to 7437.05 rupees. Okay, what I like to do, we stick to the same method. Okay, don't try to invent new methods. We stick to the same method, write dollars and rupees. Okay, they say they want rupees, right? So we write rupees first. Rupees, dollars. We put it into a ratio. So I want to find how many rupees is $250. What is the conversion? 7437.05 for $100. Okay, events we can put it in a ratio like this. We can change it to a fraction. Like that. As simple as this. Okay, so x is equals to, we bring up this value, 7437.05 multiplied by 250 over 100. Okay, type this in the calculator. You should get 18593. Okay, 18593. They say correct to the nearest rupee, so don't give decimal place for this question. 18593. Okay, you may use different method, but generally teacher always use for money conversion or scale, all this, we always stick to this same method, so that you all don't have to remember so many methods. Just stick to ratio, change it to fraction. Cool? Easy, this one. Okay, question B. Wang changes 5,400 Chinese yuan into dollars. Calculate how much he receives in dollars, correct to the nearest cent. Okay, so now they want in dollars. Okay, just another tip for some of you who are new here. Normally, I put the unknown at the top left of the ratio. So it's easy for me to get the value. Okay, so you see here, now I want to find dollars, right? So I put dollars on top, then Chinese yuan. Okay, yuan over here. So dollars. How many dollars is 5,400 Chinese yuan? They gave us a conversion. $100 is 671.20 yuan. Okay, I can write it into a ratio like this. Then I can change it into a fraction. Then all I need to do, this 100, multiply up. So x is equals to 100 times 5,400 over 671.20. Okay, you will get here 804.53. Okay, you all see over here, what did they say? Correct to the nearest cent. Different from the top, that just now on top one is correct to the nearest rupee. Nearest cent, dollar is dollar and cent. So read the question carefully. Okay, if they say to the nearest dollar, then you just write it to 805. 805. 804.5 cannot. Wrong. Okay, because cents will be 2 digits. Okay, don't round it up to 804.5. Okay, any question? Any other question? Okay, just type in the chat. Okay, let's go to question C. Greta lives in Spain and goes on holiday to Wales. She spends 3,500 euros in total on travel and hotels in the ratio travel to hotels 4:3. Work out how much Greta spends in euros on travel. Okay, travel to hotels 4:3. So 4 parts out of 7 parts. So I will calculate total parts first is equals to 4 plus 3, which is 7. Hostel, why I keep saying hostel? Travel. Okay, they want travel, which is 3,500 multiplied is 4 parts, right? Times 4/7. Okay, calculate this, you get 2,000 euros. Okay, next one. Work out how much she spends in pounds. Okay, in pounds on hotels. Okay, they are not asking for travel anymore. Now for hotel. Okay, let's calculate hotels in euros first, because in the previous question, the unit was in euros. Okay, so we calculate this. Hotels in euros. What was the total? 3,500. She spent 2,000 on travel. So 3,500 minus 2,000, which is equals to 1,500 euros. Okay, what is the conversion euros to pounds? So we have to look back into the table. Pounds and euros. So we take these 2 units. Okay, why we can also convert immediately, right? Is because both of it has a constant. Both of it is per $100. Okay, so you can straight away take pounds and euros like this. So you want it in pounds. So you want to find pounds. We put pounds on top. Euros here. Okay, pounds is X. Euros, I want to find 1,500. How much is it? What was the conversion? The pounds is 77.05. Then the other one is 85.35 based on the table. Can you all see here from the first question until here, right? I'm just using one method only. Okay, all the way we use this ratio to fraction because I feel this is the easiest way. You don't have to memorize whether times or divide whatever value. Okay, so here, multiply this up. X equals to 77.05 multiplied by 1,500 over 85.35. Okay, they say in pounds, right? So our value, we can write it to 1,354.13 pounds. Okay, this is page 1. Everyone okay? No questions, huh? Okay, mostly it's all conversion. So ratio. If you're not good with here, go and recap back on your ratio. Okay, question 3, the last one for the first question. Greta flies home to Spain. The plane flies a distance of 2,200 km correct to the nearest 100 km. Okay, the moment we see this word correct to the nearest something, this one we confirm know that it's upper bound, lower bound already. Okay, the average speed of the plane is 740 kilometers per hour, correct to the nearest 20 kilometers per hour. We want to find the lower bound of the time taken in hours and minutes. Okay, for this flight. So now this one is made up of different values, right? So got three things that we want to find. Okay, we need to put into this triangle first for the formula. Speed, distance, time. Okay, they want us to find time. They gave us distance, they gave us speed. So looking at this diagram here, time is distance over speed. Okay, we put into like this first. Time equals to distance over speed. They want the lower bound of the time taken. Okay, LB, like that. So, something divided by something. Okay, how do I get my smallest possible value for this combination? Okay, remember, you can just think of it as big, small, small, big, 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 small, small. Lower means small. Upper bound means big. So how do I get my smallest possible value for time? Do I take a big value divided by a big value divided by a small value divided by a big value, or big value divided by a small value? Okay, that's the first question to ask. Okay, I see some of you. Okay, everyone just type in the chat. What do you think? Big divided lower, small divided big, small divided small. Okay, think of it, how can I get my smallest possible value? Okay, small divided by big, right? Okay, I see most of you here. Small over big, makes sense or not? I take a very small value divided by a very big value. My outcome, I'll get a very small value. Okay, that's how you make sense of a combination like this. So there's only few combinations. It's either plus, minus, times, or divide. You always just ask that question. So here I will get lower bound over upper bound. A small value over a big value will give me an outcome of a very small value. Okay, everyone can understand this part here? Okay, now let's find what is my distance lower bound and my speed upper bound. Okay, distance lower bound. They said over here in the question, is 2,200 correct to the nearest 100 km? So if it's lower bound, means we take minus whatever the unit here, we just minus 100 over 2. Okay, it's not always 50 or 0.5. You take whatever unit that they give you. So here, you will get 2150. Okay, 2,200 minus 50, 2150. Speed, upper bound. Okay, they say correct to the nearest 20 kilometers per hour. So we're going to take 740 plus 20 divided by 2. Okay, don't go and take 5 or 0.5. You just follow whatever units that they give you there. This is the formula. So here you get 750. Okay, one more thing to take note of also, sometimes they may test you on the units, but here, okay, right, km and kilometer per hour. So your outcome you will get is hour. So if the unit is wrong, not wrong, if the unit is different, like let's say one is hour, the other one is second, or the other one is km, one is meter, change it all to the same unit first before you all go and multiply or divide it. Okay, now we get the time lower bound, which is equals to 2150 divided by 750. Okay, type in the calculator, you'll get 2.8667 hours. Okay, this is 2 hours. And how to change this part here to minutes? You take 0.8667 times 60 minutes. Okay, because 1 hour per 60. So 2 hours and 52 minutes. Yeah, okay. Just take the ratio, the decimal, multiply by 60. Because 1 hour is 60 minutes. Okay, if y'all are good, can y'all just type 1 in the chat for this question here? Okay, too easy. And close eyes also can do already. All of you here. Very good, huh? Too easy, wow. Okay, 1 month ago, all still don't know how to do, right? Okay, very good. Let's go to question 2. Number 2, table shows the number of each type of bird seen in the garden on Monday. Type of bird, okay, here frequency, then pie chart sector angle. Okay, so you got 8, 6, 11, and 5. Find the percentage of the birds that are starlings. Okay, starlings, you got 11 of them. Okay, we need to calculate the total first. Which topic is this under? Upper bound and lower bound. Chapter 1, upper bound, lower bound. You can go to, okay, please write it down. For those who want to recap it. I recorded one entire lesson on that. Upper bound, lower bound is on, let me see, 1.3. Okay, write down 1.3. If inside Thinkific, yep, it is 1.3. Okay, find the total first. 8 plus 6 plus 11 plus 5. If we get here, 30. Then I want to find percentage, right? Percentage, so got 11 of it over 30 multiplied by 100%. Okay, you get here 36.7%. Okay, second one. In the table, complete the column for the pie chart sector angle. So I need to convert all of this in terms of sector angle, which is 360 degrees. So here, the calculation will be 6 over 360 multiply, 6 over 30, not 360, times 360 degrees. This one, 11 over 30 times 360 degrees, 5 over 30 times 360 degrees. Okay, you get here 72 degrees, 132 degrees, and here 60 degrees. You just double check it, you calculate all of these, you add up together, you see whether you get 360 degrees or not. Okay, then after that, what you want to do? Complete the pie chart. Okay, this one I'll just roughly estimate. You all need to bring your compass and protractor. Actually just bring your entire Oxford set. Okay, if you don't have it, please go and buy it tomorrow. Go to, okay, go to Popular and buy it. Okay, if we fill in the tables, even if they don't tell us to, they won't penalize us. Fill in what? The working? Or what? The table? Yeah, what do you fill in? As in this one? No, they got say, complete the column for the pie chart sector angle. You have to fill it in. It's a question. This one, 2-mark question. Okay, no problem, Nila. Okay, so now let's draw it. I'll just roughly draw. So this one here might not be very accurate. You can put it in different order also, doesn't matter. So mine is around like this. Robin, J, Starling. Here, label the angle also. Here, 132 degrees. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Question C. Okay, on Tuesday, the number of goldfinches seen in the garden increased by 262.5%. calculate the number of goldfishes seen on Tuesday. I thought they removed pie chart from the syllabus. No, it's still part of the syllabus. Pie chart, it just hasn't come out in a while, but it's still part of the syllabus. Okay, you all need to know how to do it. Okay, how do we calculate this? Okay, they say the number of goldfinches seen in the garden increased by 262.5%. Okay, increased by, you all see the language here, it's not, it is 262.5%. Increased by means what? How many percent is it right now? Okay, the language over here, you need to be very careful. Now it's 100%? No. 362.5%. Make sense or not? Before that is 100%. Now increased by 262.5%. Now it is 362.5%. Okay, so this language here, you need to take note very carefully. So we will take 8 multiply. Okay, you can write it like that. 100. I'll just write down the working first. You have to write this line. Like that. Okay, so which is 8 times 362.5 over 100. 362.5 over 100. Okay, so you get here 29. Okay, they say increase by, not it is 262.5%. Question D. When it says the number, it is referring to frequency. Yeah. That's the only thing, right? You can measure. Number. How many? Frequency means number. The other word for frequency means how many is it? Okay, question D. One of the most common birds is the red-billed. Okay, how do I pronounce this? Quella. Okay, teacher's English not that good, but okay, which lives in the sub. Okay, anyway, there are approximately 1,500 million of these birds in this area. Okay, right, 1,500 million in standard form. Million. How many zeros are there? Okay, anyone here want to be millionaire next time? Okay, make sure you know how to count how many zeros are there. Million is 6 zeros. Okay, 6 zeros. So you're gonna take this times 10 to the power of 6. 1,500, you add, okay, times 10 to the power of 6. Actually, this one you all can just put in the calculator, or 1.5 billion. If you don't know how to change it, okay, so some of the standard form values, right, you can just type in the calculator. So I want you all to try, you type 1,500, okay, then you use this button here, times 10 to the power of x, the button beside the answer button. You press that, then you just press 6. Okay, you press like that. So you type this in the calculator, 1,500. You use this button, then you press 6. Okay, now in the calculator, it gives you that value, right? Some values you can immediately change it to standard form. You use this button here, ENG. Okay, you press ENG. You see your calculator gives you 1.5 times 10 to the power of 9. Teach you a calculator trick. Okay, come, everyone try. Anyone cannot get it, please ask. Okay, if you all got it, can you just say got it? Okay, you use these buttons here. Use this ENG button to change it to standard form. Okay, but it is not all of the time you all can do it, right? Okay, only in certain ones. So if let's say it cannot, then you have to manually calculate the number of decimal places. Okay, so this one will be equals to 1.5 times 10 to the power of 9. Okay, next one. The land area is approximately 21.2 million square kilometer. Work out the average number of these birds. per square kilometer. Okay, so in the previous one, we have 1.5 times 10 to the power of 9. That's the number of birds per square kilometer. We have 21.2 million square kilometer. So we will take birds, okay, number of birds. Okay, because you see here, per, okay, if you don't know what they're asking here, when you see the word per means divide or over. Okay, per square kilometer. So you see here, on top, just now we found the number of birds, which is 1.5 times 10 to the power of 9 over 21.2 million times 10 to the power of 6 square kilometer. Okay, just type this into calculator. Don't make your life hard. Don't need to manually calculate it. You will get 70.75. Or you can write it as 70.8 also can. 3 significant figure. Okay, this is question 2. 71 cannot. 71 cannot. Do we have to round out to whole number? Don't need. Don't need. 70.8. Because, okay, I understand what were your question. Because bird cannot be point something, right? That's your logic, right? Okay. In measurements like this, then can. Okay, because we are finding the number of birds per square kilometer. So, okay, I'm not so sure how to explain this, but it's because of the units. You're not, in a way, you're not measuring like one entire bird. It's like this area, this square kilometer, we have 70.8. Because if you keep rounding up, right, then your value won't be accurate anymore. Okay, per square kilometer. If they say something like least number of birds, least number of birds per square kilometer, yeah, then that one you need to round it up. Okay, any more question? Okay, but that's a good question. Okay, yeah, I know y'all will be thinking birds as a whole. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 3A. Describe fully the single transformation A onto B. Okay, A onto B. Okay, Siobhan asked, can I repeat what I just said about rounding up? Okay, in short, don't round up. This one, don't round up. Because you're not calculating just a bird. The unit is number of birds per square kilometer. So it's not just a bird. Okay, unless just now someone asked if they say the least number of birds, maybe they say per square kilometer. Then you round it up, lor. Okay, because if you see some of the other questions, okay, maybe the question is not, the example is not like the accurate of least number, but it's along those lines. They'll say the least number of people to, or the least number of, I can't remember, but one of the past paper, okay, you will see the word least number. Then that one, you round it up. Okay, question 3. Describe fully the single transformation A onto B. Okay, A onto B, I can't really show you all here. You can either use tracing paper, you can either use your ruler, okay, or the third one, you can do perpendicular bisector. Okay, maybe I can show you all the perpendicular bisector method. Okay, let's see. A onto B. We first need to see the orientation. From like this, okay, to like that, right? This direction. So, anti-clockwise, 90 degrees. Okay, we need to always write down the transformation first. So, rotation, 90 degrees, anti-clockwise. Okay, so normally when I say, I always mention to you all, if rotation in exam, right, you you cannot find your center, normally I would say you just guess it lah. Okay, it's 1 mark only. Don't crack your head. Don't waste so much time on this one. Why cannot say translation? Huh? This is not a translation. How can this be a translation? Translation needs to be exactly the same orientation. Okay, can you say 270 degrees clockwise? Good question. Mark scheme say cannot. Okay, Mark scheme say cannot. Technically can lah, it's the same meaning. But Mark scheme never write that as an option. So we try our best to follow as close as we can to Mark scheme. Okay? Yeah, we just follow lah how IGCSE, the Cambridge, they mark it. Okay, how do I find the center? How do you normally find the center? I want all of you to type in the chat. Okay, because over here I can't really show you all because I don't have. What if you say 180 degrees? Cannot. It's not 180 degrees. This is a 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Try and error with tracing paper. Okay, bisector. Imagine. Imagine. Your imagination very good. Okay, use the 90 degrees ruler. Okay, can. Bisector or tembak. Wow, you're very clever. Oh, okay. Emily asks, does it matter if 180 degrees anti-clockwise or clockwise? No, doesn't matter. If you say 180 degrees, you don't need to say clockwise or anti-clockwise already. Okay. Okay, so a lot of you use ruler also. So, like what I said, if you all want to use tracing paper, please check with your school or the center that you all are taking at. Make sure you check whether they give you the tracing paper or not first. Okay, if they never, so I think most of you here are doing in your school, right? Okay, but let's say you are not doing in your school, just double check with them, okay, whether they will be preparing the tracing paper for you all. Because I think some schools are what I've heard before, the schools, maybe those schools who are like new to the IGCSE examinations also, okay, maybe they never prepare. Okay, how do I get 180 degrees anti-clockwise? No. This is not 180 degrees. This is just 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So you can use the triangle ruler. Okay, you all got your Oxford set, right? If you got your triangle ruler, actually you can just move it around. Then you can find where the center is at, right? Because imagine you place the ruler like that. So you just need to connect the two same points together. You select one point only. Okay, you just select one of the points. One of the points, okay, you see where they meet each other. Okay, it's a bit hard for me to explain over here, but you just take the ruler. You all have to print out this paper, so you can't do this digitally. You print it out, then you move around. You see where they meet. Okay, if you want, I can only explain the perpendicular bisector method over here. Okay, so I'll explain to you all this one. Okay, perpendicular bisector means you are going to find two perpendicular bisector. Okay, what is a perpendicular bisector? It's a line that passes through in the middle, okay, at a 90 degrees angle. So if I draw the perpendicular bisector for this, it will look something like that. Okay, how you're going to draw the perpendicular bisector? You measure this length first, you divide it by 2, you plot a point here, then you take your ruler, you measure 90 degrees to it. Okay, you can either use the corner of your ruler like that. Okay, you can do like that. You match it. You match your ruler with the line here. This will give you a 90 degrees angle. Understand? Okay, so you draw one perpendicular bisector, then you repeat for another one. Okay, let's just say, okay, we take another one with a slightly different angle. So this one here. Okay, you will get something like this. They will meet over here. Okay, but this, if you are using this method, you have to draw it very, very accurately. You cannot just roughly estimate. Measure it to the dot, the distance of here to here. Okay, so you measure first, you divide by 2, you put a point in the middle here, then you draw a 90 degrees to it. You have to draw for 2 pairs of points. You all try and see. Okay, but you have to print out to do this. You can't do this digitally. So where they meet is the center. Center will be 2, 7 for this question here. Okay, if you want to use tracing paper method, I'm not able to show you all over here. Okay, you can go to YouTube. Okay, later maybe I'll share you all in the group. Go to YouTube. Let's go and type tracing paper method transformation, rotation. Okay, just go follow one of the videos there. Okay, so you can see how they use the tracing paper method. All good? Okay, but if you really cannot do this, my suggestion is you all just go do something else first. Okay, just skip this last part, like that last mark. Then after that, you come back only go and do it. Don't waste so much time just for this 1 mark. Okay, so what's the logic behind the 90 degrees? You all see here? To this point here is a 90 degrees. Like that. So here, this direction. You have to see the orientation of this. You see here? This fall down like that, right? This method confusing. Okay, if confusing for y'all, don't use this method. Okay, don't use this method. Because this one got a lot of lines. Yeah, erase this off. Later too messy. Okay, but essentially it will be like that. Whatever method that y'all use or y'all are familiar with it, just stick to that method for this specific question. Okay, so right here, the last mark is center to 7. Okay, next one. Draw the image of triangle A after a reflection of y equals to 1. Okay, let's draw a y equals to 1 line first. So let's draw this one here. Okay, this is y equals to 1. Reflection means you need to find the perpendicular distance for all the points. So perpendicular distance is on 1, 2, 1, 2. This one 1, 2, 1, 2. This point here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Like this. Okay, this is for P1. Okay, next one. Translation. Okay, just now someone asked me why cannot translation. The method of translation is you just shift the shape. Okay, you shift it horizontally and vertically. The orientation, okay, that means how it looks like, will need to be exactly the same like this. Okay, so they want us 5, -7. So that means I move 5 to the right. Okay, 5 right. What it means here. Then 7 down. Okay, so like that. We do 1 point. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This point here, this here, and you just draw the same exact shape. Like that. Okay, this is B2. Okay, last one. Okay, this last one I find it a bit interesting because of where the center is at. An enlargement scale factor 2, center -4, 5. Okay, you all see here, right? Where is center -4, 5? -4, 5. can you all see the center, right? Is on the point of the shape. So how do we enlarge this? They say scale factor of 2. Okay, the principle is still the same. You measure from the center to the point, you go and multiply it by 2 the distance from the center to the image. So you see here, if it's 1 unit here, scale factor 2, right? So now 1, 2. So this will be my point. Got it? Okay, this is my center. I put it in pink color first. So here you see now to this point here, 1, 2. Okay, you times 2 means 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so my point will be over here. Okay, what about this? Okay, this one you can go measure the length. Like this is 1 unit. You times 2, 2 units. Like that. So this is your image. Like that. It's overlapping. Okay, this type of question, I think is a bit unique because of where the center is at. Anyone don't understand this part here? Okay, the principles is still the same. From center to the object, you multiply by the scale factor. Okay, you measure the length first, then you multiply by the scale factor, now by 2. So from 1, become the 2. Can I do the center part? Center is here. Center is given to you. Yeah, which part you don't understand? Charlotte? Okay, center is here. So you all see here, I explain again. Center to object. Object means the original one. Center to object is 1 unit. Okay? So center to image, you need to multiply it by 2. Like that. This is 2. Okay, so this first one is center to object. This one is center to image. Image means the one that is after the transformation. Then you do it for all the points. You see here? 2 units. You multiply by 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Same goes for this also. From here to here, you see, it's slanted 2 units, right? Like that. 2 boxes slanted like that. Then you times 2. Like that. If it's scale factor -2 for this one, okay, this one will be very complicated if -2. I don't think got enough space for this. So same concept also. Like let's say this unit, okay, this part here, you join here, okay, you join here. Negative means it will be at the opposite side. It means it will be here. This unit, you times 2, the distance. Okay, you understand? This unit, okay, like this, will be on the opposite side, like that. 2. This unit, like that, 1, 2, will be on the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be outside lah. And it will be upside down also. So the image will be something like this. Okay, that one even more complicated. For enlargement, do we see it as center to point or point to center? Point to center, then center to point. Both statements is correct. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that again. I understand your question. Okay. Because I mentioned about the negative one. In this case, if it's positive, it's both is center to point. Center to point. So you see, you measure center to point, then center to point. Because just now I was mentioning the negative one. Negative one means you measure from point to center, then center to point. Make sense? Okay, by the way, transformation, 100% one question will come out. Okay, either in paper 2 or paper 4. I can guarantee you. So if it doesn't come out in paper 2, it'll come out in paper 4. This one got how many marks? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 marks. Okay, so just master the 4 of it lah. Okay, got 4 transformation. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Question 4a. Find the sides of one interior angle of a regular 10-sided polygon. Okay, this one just purely formula. What is regular 10-sided polygon interior angle formula? Okay, the angle is n minus 2 times 180 degrees over n. Okay, this one you have to memorize it. N is 10 minus 2 times 180 over 10. 8 times 180 divided by 10. You get 144. Okay, interior angle formula, because they say regular. Regular means all the same. Okay, question B, I think this is where most students had problems. This is, okay, everyone's favorite chapter, circle theorem. Okay, is there any shortcut to solve circle theorem question? Based on my experience, actually, you all just need to do a lot of questions for circle theorem to train your mind to see the pattern. You memorize, however you memorize the formula, right? The how it looks like and all. Very hard for you to apply it. The application part is the hard one. Okay, so I want if you all don't know how to do circle theorem, you can ask me for a circle theorem exercise. And maybe do about 30 questions like that, this coming week. Train yourself to see the pattern. Okay, I'll give you exercise on it. You all just need to ask me for it. So this is on the circle theorem question. So points A, B, C, D, and E lies on the circle. FG is a tangent. EB is parallel to CD. Okay, both of these are parallel. Find the value of W, X, Y, Z. Okay, so whenever they say got tangent, we straight away need to come into our mind already. Okay, what are circle theorems that have tangent? Okay, that's related to tangent. Okay, so if you don't know how to do this, okay, please download this cheat sheet which I've sent to you all many times already. Okay, paste it out on your wall until you all understand it. Okay, just keep looking at it. Okay, but don't just look at it lah. Go and do the question. Okay, go and do the question. And just send it over to you all here. You go and refer to this one. Okay, another thing also for circle theorem, please remember the name of the theorem. They like to test you on it. In this question, they never test you, but if you see a lot of the recent papers, they test you on, like, what is the value of the angle? Then after that, they ask, like, because, why? So you need to write alternate segment theorem, whatever theorem, okay, that they give you. Okay, let's look at this one here first. W. Okay, first one, W. How to find W? We have a tangent and a triangle. Tangent and triangle will give you alternate segment theorem. Okay, this and this, they are equal to each other. Okay, so what's the angle? 20 degrees. Okay, you all can write down the reason also. Just right here, alternate segment. Okay, second one. Let's label this down first. Okay, second one. X. X. This angle and this angle same. Okay, W is equals to X. X is equals to W, which is also 20 degrees. Okay, what's the reason? You all look into the sheet, the cheat sheet that I gave you all. Angle in same segment. Okay, this is 20 degrees. Okay, next one. Y. Can I find Y? Okay, Y, you all see? Okay, what did they give you so far? Okay, you all see this part here? Okay, so I'm going to erase this here. Okay, how I see it, maybe some of you got different methods. This angle and this angle here is the same. Okay, and then another one is because these two are parallel lines, so here is also 20 degrees. Okay, so I write here 20 degrees first. You all see here? This entire angle and this entire angle because alternate segment theorem. So what is this small angle here? Okay, this small angle here is equals to 75 minus 20, which is equals to 55 degrees. Okay, because of alternate segment. This one is just alternate angle. Okay, this 20 degrees. So now here you see I got 20, 55, 20, 25. It's a straight line. So it's 180 degrees. So y is equals to 180 minus 20 minus 55 minus 20 minus 25. Okay, here you get 60. 60 degrees. Okay, one last final one. Z, I'm going to use EBD, triangle EBD. Z is 180 minus 20 minus 60 minus 55. So you get here 45 degrees. Okay, so the answer 20, 20, 60, 45. If you all are good for question 4, can you just type 4 in the chat? Okay, so any shortcuts for this? No shortcut. Okay, no shortcut. You just got to practice it. Okay, you can ask me for circle theorem questions if you all want. After the class, I will send it to you all. All right. Yeah, then also just have that. Just print out that sheet, then just keep referring to it. You refer to it, then you keep writing out the reason. Eventually, you'll register in your head. Okay, let's go next one. Question 5. Indra records the time taken for workers in her companies to travel to work. The table and the histogram each show part of this information. Okay, so I have a histogram, frequency, density, and time. Whenever we see frequency histogram, write down the formula first, which is FD equals to F over CW. Okay, because we will always need to derive from here. What is FD? Frequency density equals to frequency over class width. You need to learn how to apply this formula here. Okay, they want us to fill up the table first and the histogram. Okay, let's do the first thing here first. How do I fill up this frequency here? So we look into the formula here. Frequency, the formula is FD multiplied by CW. Okay, frequency density, which is your Y, class width is your X here? Find midpoint? No, don't need to find midpoint. This one just frequency multiplied by class width first. So let's label down the frequency density first. This is 2.8. This one is 3. Okay, I show you all how to calculate for this one here. So for these two, okay, these two over here, the formula will be frequency, okay, frequency equals to FD multiplied by CW. Okay, what is your class width? Your class width is this one. How big the class is, the width of the class. So you take this value minus your small value here. Yeah, just write here CW. You just take the largest minus smallest value in the class. Okay, so 10 minus 0, this one will be 10, 15, 15. You take 40 minus 25, 20, 20. Okay, this is your class width. So you're going to take frequency density, which is 2.8, multiplied by 10. 2.8 multiplied by 10. This is 28. Here, 3 multiplied by 15. 3 multiplied by 15, you'll get 45 here. Okay. You can write, actually, you all write the working somewhere else lah. Okay, don't put everything here. I just put it here so easy for you all to see. First one. Okay, how can I complete the tape, the graph here? Okay, the histogram here. So this is a frequency density. It's a histogram. Okay, so your label you need to calculate is your frequency density. How do I calculate frequency density? What's the formula? FD equals to F over CW. Okay, these two, they already gave us, which is 2.8 and 3. This part here, okay, what's the frequency? 57 and 15. So 57 over 15, 3.8. 38 over 20, 1.9. 12 over 20, 0.6. Maybe I just move it here so you can see. Okay, now what we're going to do is from 25 to 40, we need to draw a line at 3.8. Where's 3.8? 25 to 40. Okay, then 40 to 60 is 1.9. 40 to 60, 1.9. Then 60 to 80, 0.6. That is. Okay, then draw the bar. Okay, you'll see here. Just double check the value, 3.8, 1.9, and 0.6. Do you need to write the number on top? Don't need. Okay, this I just show you all only. Okay, please master this method over here. There's a very high chance that histogram will come out for paper 4. Actually, one of it lah, okay? One of the statistics method. We need to know all of it. Okay, don't try to predict which method will come out. Master all the statistics. So your cumulative frequency, this one, stem and leaf, all of it. Okay, 5 marks over here already. Okay, any question for histogram? Okay, I know histogram sometimes can get a bit confusing because of the formula, but always derive from FD equals to F over CW. You learn how to understand those terms there, then you can actually just move around the value to find whatever they want you to find. Okay. Next one, they say calculate an estimate of the mean time. Mean only we need to find midpoint. Okay, just now Chloe say which one is midpoint, right? Sum of fx over sum of f. X over here is your midpoint. Okay, so you need to take all the frequency multiplied by midpoint. So histogram, this kind of question got quite a number of formula. Don't get confused. Some have used class width, some use midpoint. Whenever you see X is midpoint. Okay, so here, what is our midpoint for each of it? Okay, maybe we can just write it down first. Okay, my midpoint, X, this one is 5. Okay, how to find midpoint? If you want to calculate it, you take both of this number, like let's say here 10 plus 25, you divide by 2. Okay, so you take 10 plus 25, divide by 2. This one is 17.5, 32.5, 50, 70. Okay, this is how you get your X value. So you're going to take this X and F, you're going to multiply it with each other. Okay, all of this value. Then you add it up. Okay, let's put into the formula here. So 5 times 28 plus 17.5 times 45 plus 32.5 plus times 57 plus 50 times 38 plus 70 times 12 over, okay, the sum of f, normally they will give it to you, but in this question they didn't give. So I need to add it all up together. 28 plus 45 plus 57 plus 38 plus 12. Okay, that's why you see here, got up to 4 marks. Okay, over here, please don't straight away type the entire thing into calculator, then get your final answer. Your chances of getting a mistake very high over here. So break it down. Break out the top and then the bottom. Okay, top, type in the calculator. 5 times 28 plus 17.5 times 45 plus 32.5 times 57, 50 times 38 plus 70 times 12. You'll get 5520. Your bottom 180. And your final answer, 5520 divided by 180, you'll get 30.667. Okay, this one, in this case, you can just round up. Okay, this one you can just round up to 30.7. Okay, because some of the, remember, just make a note. If let's say the final answer, if it's 30.725, you don't go round it up. Okay, for mean, don't round it up unless it's a recurring decimal or a irrational number. Okay, then you round it up. Okay, can you leave it as 92/3? Okay, very good question. The answer never give somehow. Okay, so they only wrote 30.7. Okay, so I don't know whether they will give you the answer, the marks. By right, it's correct lah. Okay, it's the same thing. 30.7. Yeah. Try your best to follow as close as you can to the mark scheme. Okay, let's go next one. Rashid says, the longest time that any of these workers take to travel to work is 80 minutes. Give a reason why Rashid may be wrong. Okay, do we know that the longest is 80 minutes? Based on this table. Okay, we don't know, right? Okay, because all these are range of values. So that means as long as the worker work in between 60 until the last one is 80 hours, I will put into this class. But I don't know whether got someone is working 80 hours or not. I just put it in a group, right? So we don't know what's the exact value. So the answer here is exact values are not known. Okay, we have no idea how many hours exactly did the worker work. We only know that they fall under, like, let's say 60 to 80 hours. Okay, question D, this is a conditional probability type of question. Okay, write this down, conditional probability. Okay, how do I know whether it's a conditional probability? Because of the first sentence here. Indra picks 3 workers at random who takes longer than 25 minutes to travel to work. So that means I only taking from this group here. Okay, this is the conditional probability. You don't care about all the other people, you only take from people longer than 25 minutes. Calculate the probability that one worker takes less than 60 minutes and the other 2 take more than 60 minutes. Okay, so this is what we are doing. Okay, we go to the table. Okay, we go to the table here. We are only taking from longer than 25 minutes. That means I am only taking from this group here. Like that. And these 3 groups. These 2, I don't care. Okay, this one is out of the picture already. Because of that first sentence. If they never put the first sentence, then we consider all of it. Okay, this is because it's called conditional probability. Okay, so how many of them, the first statement, they say one worker takes 60 minutes or less. These 2 groups, 57 plus 38 takes 60 minutes or less. Then 2 of them take more than 60 minutes, which is you got 12 of them. Okay, so this is how you're going to do this. I'll just break it down. Number of, okay, we just put into, I just put into an expression here. 60 minutes or less, you got how many? 57 plus 38. You got 95 of them. Those who take 60 minutes or more, you got 12 of them. Okay, total from this group, we got how many? Just from the condition. 57 plus 38 plus 12, which is 107. Okay, I have one of them from here. Okay, you see here, one worker, 2 of them from here. I'm going to select them. Okay, we need to know also, I can select this group first, then this group, then this group. Or the order can change also, right? I can select this group first, this group again, then this group. Or I can select this group, second group, first group, then second group again. So there are 3 different variations. So how do I do this type of probability? We will take 95 over 107. Okay, I'm going to choose that one person first. Then I choose the more than 61, 12, but now I got less one person. Over 106 times 11 over 105. Okay, everyone understand this part here first? This is also a without replacement type of question. Why 11? Without replacement, because you take that person out of the group already. Okay, so here you have to see the down there in minus, this one also in minus, because without replacement. You select them already, they cannot be part of the group anymore. Okay, this is not the end. You need to multiply this by 3. Why we multiply by 3? Because the order selection can be different. Okay, the logic of it is like that. Let's say this is group A, this is group B. I can do A, B, B. I can do A, B, A, or I can do B, B, A. Got it? Yeah, I choose from B first, then A. A, B, then A, or A, B, B. That's why we multiply it by 3. Okay, anyway, long story short, okay, type everything in the calculator, you'll get this answer. 125.4 over 39697. This is the answer. 4-mark question. 39697. Yeah, because only one A, correct. Why does 60 minutes or less is only 57 plus 38? How about until 25? Don't have. We only take longer than 25 minutes because of this first sentence here. So you need to see the condition. If they never write this sentence here, then you need to consider all of them. Okay, because of this sentence here. It's a condition. Okay, headache, this question here. All right, let's do one more question. What topic is this under? This is a mix between statistics and probability. The last two topic. Statistics and probability. Statistics is the first part. This last part, this is under conditional probability. Okay, let's go to the last one. Okay, before we move on to our next thing for today. Okay, functions. This is functions. Fx, Gx, Hx. Find the value of F2. How to find F2? Just substitute 2 into the equation. 5 times 2 minus 3, you get 7. GF, okay, GF 0.5, G 5 times 0.5 minus 3. This is a composite function. So you get here G negative 0.5. G is 64. So 64 to the power of negative 0.5, which is equals to 1 over 8. Okay, don't do mental calculation. This one just type into calculator. Okay, inverse function. Inverse function, very specific method. So I will start with this statement here. Let y equals to h inverse x. Hy is equals to x. What's hy? 2 over y plus 1 equals to x. I want to rearrange it to make x as the subject. So 2 over x equals to y plus 1. 2 over x minus 1 equals to y. Okay, so your y is h inverse x. So this will be the answer. 2 over x minus 1. Find x where gx equals to 1 over 2 to the power of 5. So what is gx? Gx is 64 power x. Okay, can you put 2 minus x over x? Can. It's the same thing. So the other alternate answer is this, 2 minus x over x. Okay, gx. What is gx in the question? 64 to the power of x. 1 over 2 to the power of 5. Okay, this one, when we want to solve unknown, make base the same. Okay, make same base. 64, can I change it to 2? Can. 2 to the power of 6x. 1 over 2 to the power of 5. 2 to the power of negative 5. Okay, I know all those n math one, y'all will try to do logarithm or ln. Okay, don't need. Because there's no ln or log in your mathematics. Okay, then 6x equals to negative 5. X equals to negative 5 over 6. That's all. Negative 5 over 6. Okay, last one. 1 over fx minus hx. Write it as a single fraction. So just substitute inside. Minus 2 over x plus 1. Okay, how do I make it to single fraction? Here I'm going to multiply by x plus 1 over x plus 1. This one multiply by x plus 3, 5x plus 3. Okay, so here it become x plus 1 minus 2 bracket 5x plus 3 over 5x plus 3 x plus 1. Okay, when they say it as a single fraction, actually we don't really need to open up the bracket at the bottom one. Okay, in its simplest form, because a factorized form is actually in simple form. But if you open up the bracket, doesn't matter. Okay, just to make things easier, right? This one don't need to open out the bracket if they say in its simplest form. Open up the top one. Okay, so here will become x plus 1 minus 10x minus 6 by x plus 3, x plus 1. And your final answer, you write it as negative 9x plus 7 or 7 minus 9x. Okay, bottom we just leave it like this. Minus 9x plus 7 over 5x plus 3, x plus 1. All right, congratulations everyone. First half of the paper. Okay, how many marks did you all lose over here so far? Okay, just give an estimate lah. Sorry, it's not. Is it plus 7? 5x, sorry, my symbol here wrong, right? Minus 3. Minus 3. Irfan, I said both answer also okay just now. Both answer also okay. Because they never ask you to simplify it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, both answer also will be acceptable. Okay, we'll stop here first. Okay, yeah, we'll be taking a break first. I think you'll be too tired already to continue. Okay, this is the first half of this OM 2023 paper 4-3.